Hey, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that could completely reshape the landscape of one of the league's most storied franchises. Imagine this. The Dallas Cowboys, a team that has been perpetually on the cusp of greatness, reportedly closing in on a deal to bring in BUDDA Baker, one of the most dynamic and instinctive safeties in recent memory. The speculation alone has fans and analysts scrambling to imagine what this means for the defensive schemes, the locker room dynamics, and the trajectory of a season that many already consider pivotal. Baker is known for his unparalleled ability to read offenses, make game-changing interceptions, and deliver bone-jarring hits that completely shift momentum. If the rumors hold any weight, the Cowboys might be looking not just for an upgrade at the safety position, but for a transformational piece that could alter their identity on defense. Analysts are already theorizing that his presence could force opposing quarterbacks to rethink their approach, potentially opening up opportunities for other defenders to capitalize on mistakes that otherwise would have gone unnoticed. With the draft picks and cap space always being hot topics, some are whispering that this move might be the beginning of a larger, more aggressive strategy by the front office, signaling that they are willing to bet big on a team that has often fallen short of expectations despite immense talent. The mere idea of BUDDA Baker in a Cowboys uniform sparks a flurry of speculation about how defensive coordinators would integrate such a versatile player into existing schemes. Would they allow him free rein to roam the secondary, exploiting mismatches and reading plays in real time, or would he be strictly bound to a structured role that maximizes coverage efficiency but limits his natural instincts? Fans are already imagining highlight reels, imagining Baker leaping into passing lanes, disrupting routes, and altering the rhythm of the game with his presence alone. The implications extend beyond the field. Veteran leaders and younger players alike could find themselves influenced by his energy and football IQ, potentially elevating the overall intensity of practices and on-field communication. Social media is ablaze with theories, with insiders teasing that this signing could signal a shift in philosophy, where the Cowboys are no longer merely reactive on defense, but are aiming to become a unit that dictates terms from the first snap to the last. If true, this is not just a strategic acquisition. It's a statement to the league, a declaration that Dallas intends to shake off past frustrations and position itself as a serious contender in ways that fans have long dreamed, but rarely seen fully realized. There is also an undercurrent of intrigue regarding the timing and nature of this potential acquisition. Rumors suggest that negotiations have been quietly progressing for weeks, with the front office exploring every angle, including trade possibilities, salary cap maneuvering, and even potential extensions. Sources hint that BUDDA Baker's camp might see this as an opportunity to join a team with a high ceiling, surrounded by a roster with immense talent, yet still hungry for the kind of playoff breakthrough that eludes even the most decorated franchises. Speculators argue that if the deal materializes, it might serve as a psychological blow to division rivals, demonstrating that the Cowboys are prepared to invest in marquee talent to solidify their status at the top. This potential move also raises questions about the domino effect across the league. Would other safeties become hot commodities in trade discussions, or could this provoke adjustments in defensive game planning across the NFL? The speculation alone has sports talk shows revisiting scenarios and power rankings, with some analysts daring to imagine a Dallas defense that could rival historical greats in both impact and consistency, all anchored by a single, transformational signing that seems almost too dramatic to be merely coincidental. While some skeptics caution that rumors are just that, rumors, there's growing sentiment that the Dallas Cowboys may be entering a period of bold, almost unprecedented ambition. BUDDA Baker's style of play, which blends technical precision with raw athleticism, aligns with the notion that a team willing to embrace risk and innovation can suddenly leap ahead of competitors. The locker room chemistry is another layer of intrigue, as insiders speculate how established veterans might react to a player of Baker's caliber, personality, and intensity. Will his arrival inspire a renewed sense of purpose among teammates? Or will it create pressure that challenges the cohesion of a unit already accustomed to its own rhythms? Fans are already projecting headlines, imagining microcosms of celebration, adversity, and triumph woven around Baker's hypothetical contributions. Every analyst has their own vision of the transformation. Some see an aggressive secondary capable of dictating tempo. Others envision a defense that simply forces mistakes, yet everyone agrees that the narrative is tantalizing. Even the coaching staff faces layers of conjecture, with speculation that this signing could influence not just defensive schemes, but the overall approach to the season, prompting offensive adjustments and redefining what success might mean for a team that has long felt the sting of underachievement despite flashes of brilliance. Media outlets and online forums have erupted with theories, ranging from the plausible to the audacious. There are whispers of preemptive moves to protect Baker's integration, including changes in practice routines, communication strategy, and even potential position shifts to maximize the impact of his unique skill set. Pundits speculate that this could represent a broader vision from the Cowboys front office, a willingness to embrace transformative talent and shape the team's identity around the strengths of a single, versatile playmaker. Analysts are pondering how Baker might fit alongside existing defensive stars, and how the synergy could manifest in high-stakes games against division rivals and playoff contenders. The buzz is amplified by the timing, suggesting that this is not just a reactionary move, but a calculated step in a larger, ambitious blueprint. Conversations online have grown feverish, with fans dissecting every practice photo, interview snippet, and historical precedent to justify the notion that Baker's arrival could redefine what it means to be a Cowboy in the modern NFL, potentially influencing decisions for seasons to come. Finally, the intrigue surrounding this rumored acquisition touches on the broader narrative of legacy and identity. The Cowboys, often regarded as America's team, carry expectations that transcend wins and losses, with every potential signing scrutinized under the lens of historical prestige. Adding BUDDA Baker to the roster could be a symbolic move, signaling a willingness to challenge convention, embrace calculated risk, and assert dominance in a league where the margins between success and mediocrity are razor-thin. Imaginations run wild with scenarios of game-changing plays, strategic innovation, and leadership moments that might not just impact a single season, but define an era. Whether or not this deal comes to fruition, the speculation itself has already catalyzed discussions about team philosophy, player empowerment, and the evolving nature of NFL strategy. Fans are left to dream, debate, and theorize, knowing that if the whispers hold true, Dallas may be on the cusp of a transformation that reverberates far beyond the field, impacting perceptions, rivalries, and expectations in ways that could reshape the narrative of the franchise for years to come. The excitement and speculation do not stop with defensive strategy alone. It seeps into projections about the broader team dynamics and the psychological edge the Cowboys could gain with BUDDA Baker on board. Imagine a locker room where veteran leaders rally around a player of Baker's caliber, infusing a renewed sense of purpose and urgency into practices that may have previously lacked that consistent intensity. Analysts speculate that his mere presence could elevate the performance of secondary teammates, encouraging corners and linebackers to sharpen reads, increase communication, and trust each other in high-pressure situations. The rumor alone has caused waves on social media platforms, with fans dissecting every possible scenario, imagining Baker executing critical stops, breaking up deep passes, and potentially swinging games that might have otherwise tilted against Dallas. There's even discussion that his integration could allow coaches to experiment with aggressive blitz packages and coverage rotations, confident in the knowledge that Baker's instincts and versatility provide a safety net. Beyond the tangible performance benefits, insiders hint that his character, work ethic, and leadership qualities might influence off-season training, practice culture, and the overall identity of the team, creating a domino effect that extends to every position group. The narrative alone is intoxicating, offering fans a chance to dream about a Cowboys defense capable of dictating momentum, intimidating opponents, and ultimately redefining expectations for a franchise that has long flirted with greatness without fully seizing it. Rumors suggest that negotiations for BUDDA Baker may have involved complex layers, including potential restructuring of cap space, careful evaluation of roster priorities, and strategic discussions about the future direction of the team. Speculators argue that if this deal occurs, it represents not just a signing, but a philosophical statement. Dallas is willing to invest in elite talent to craft a defense that can compete at the highest level. Pundits are imagining how offensive coordinators might adjust, knowing that every snap could be shadowed by Baker's instinctive coverage and disruptive presence. Additionally, insiders speculate on possible synergies with emerging stars in the secondary and linebacker core, projecting how a single transformative player could magnify the effectiveness of existing personnel. There is also discussion about long-term implications, such as potential playoff advantages, media narratives, and even recruitment leverage for future drafts. The rumor alone has ignited debates about whether this would mark a turning point in the Cowboys' approach, moving from incremental improvement to calculated ambition, signaling a readiness to reshape not just a season, but the franchise's trajectory in pursuit of lasting relevance and success in a league defined by elite talent and strategic foresight. Further speculation revolves around the impact on team leadership and chemistry. Observers are hypothesizing that BUDDA Baker, with his high football IQ and intensity, could serve as a catalyst for elevating internal accountability among teammates. Analysts suggest that his influence might extend beyond defensive alignments, inspiring offensive players, special teams contributors, and coaching staff to adapt to a culture increasingly focused on execution, discipline, and bold, decisive plays. Online forums are rife with fan theories, imagining scenarios where Baker's leadership translates into critical game-time adjustments, inspiring teammates to anticipate plays, react faster, and minimize costly errors. Media insiders speculate that even practice dynamics could shift dramatically, as his arrival might demand elevated attention to detail, more aggressive positional drills, and heightened communication, all under the lens of preparing for high-stakes matchups. The broader narrative suggests that this potential acquisition is not merely about on-field talent, but about shaping an organizational mindset, cultivating a collective identity that thrives under pressure, challenges norms, and positions the Cowboys as a team capable of redefining the standard for excellence in modern football, both psychologically and strategically. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. The ripple effect of this rumored deal extends to the division and the entire league. Analysts speculate that BUDDA Baker joining Dallas could prompt rival teams to reevaluate their offensive schemes, personnel decisions, and strategic priorities. Opposing quarterbacks might be forced to alter passing trajectories, rethink protection schemes, and anticipate aggressive secondary responses. Some commentators suggest that this move could spark a chain reaction, elevating the perceived value of safeties league-wide, influencing trade talks, and even prompting a shift in draft day strategies for teams seeking to counteract Dallas' newfound defensive versatility. Social media and fan-driven analysis are already teeming with projections of hypothetical matchups, emphasizing the potential disruption Baker could cause in high-stakes contests. Rumors hint that coaches may need to adopt more creative play calling to avoid predictable outcomes, while analysts suggest that this singular addition could redefine competitive balance in the division. Even speculative scenarios about playoff implications are being debated, highlighting that the possible impact of this signing extends far beyond a single season and could fundamentally alter perceptions, game planning, and rivalries across the NFL landscape. There is also intense speculation regarding the broader cultural and media impact. Fans are already crafting narratives about a new era of Cowboys football, fueled by the rumor of BUDDA Baker's arrival. Commentators posit that a high-profile signing of this nature would not only reshape perceptions of the team's on-field capabilities, but also influence merchandising, media coverage, and fan engagement. Analysts speculate about the psychological boost for a fan base long accustomed to hope intermingled with frustration, imagining a renewed sense of pride, optimism, and collective identity surrounding the team. Media outlets are already theorizing about the potential branding opportunities, including the storylines that could emerge from pivotal plays, leadership moments, and high-pressure situations where Baker's influence might be felt most acutely. The rumor alone has created a narrative where Dallas is no longer merely competing. It is seen as a team willing to challenge convention, embrace elite talent, and project a vision of dominance that resonates with both traditional fans and new audiences hungry for compelling storylines and transformative athletic narratives. Finally, the speculation culminates in a tantalizing vision of possibility. Analysts, fans, and insiders alike are imagining scenarios where BUDDA Baker's integration leads to a domino effect, catalyzing improvement across all phases of the team. From enhanced defensive performance to heightened leadership, from strategic innovation to playoff potential, the hypothetical impact is immense. The rumor alone sparks debates about historical comparisons, modern defensive trends, and the potential for a single player to shape a team's identity in ways that transcend statistics and box scores. Conversations are swirling around whether this acquisition could finally allow the Cowboys to capitalize on talent that has long been present but underutilized, crafting a narrative of resurgence, ambition, and calculated transformation. While nothing is confirmed, the excitement, conjecture, and sheer imagination surrounding BUDDA Baker's potential move to Dallas exemplify the power of speculation in sports, illustrating how rumors, when tantalizing enough, can capture the imagination of a league, a fan base, and an entire cultural moment, leaving everyone waiting with bated breath for what might come next. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.